Gravy. Hi guys, Josh and Ari here. Say hi, Aaron. So, everyone seems to be doing it, so we're jumping on the bandwagon. We're gonna do 10 questions about each other. We're gonna try to guess each other's, and then we're gonna say our own, right?
Yes.
You go first, because I don't understand it.
So the first question was, what embarrasses you the most, and what's been your most embarrassing moment? So I would say for Josh, what embarrasses him the most is, I don't know.
So,
I know what would probably embarrass Josh the most. Wearing 2 different shoes somewhere, or wearing mismatching socks, or wearing the wrong pants.
that's true, because that's a common fear I have, and I kind of project it on people a lot. I'm always like, oh my god, you're wearing 2 different shoes. And they're like I just have them dreams. You know, people dream that they're naked. I have dreams that my clothes is weird. Like, this is my outfit. I wore a plastic bag to school. You don't? Like,
How can you parry of him?
you know, like, or like my shoes are different and I can't do anything about it. I'm all lopsided or something. So I actually didn't write anything because I don't get embarrassed that easily. Here's a big one for me. I get embarrassed when I don't know someone's name, because you know how Facebook used to let you put like whatever the flip you wanted as your name, and it's like, hey, Tangerine Tickles, what's up? And they're like, you don't know my name? And I'm like, how would I? All your social media is Tangerine Tickles.
So what would you say is my most embarrassing thing?
Going out with your hair wet or curly or undone, not putting your outfit together. You're very image.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Little me?
So he's very image conscious. So I'm thinking something that could mess with his image. Going out in sweatpants or like not
That's
ready.
never happened. So my most embarrassing thing I put, and this is kind of gross, is people hearing you in the bathroom doing bathroom things. Like, I'm super self-conscious about making sure if I have to go to the bathroom in public that I do it in a place where other people can't hear me. So I will walk and try to find an empty restroom. Oh my gosh, that is my biggest thing, is if I can hear like someone doing your business and like it's so awkward. I'm just like, it's in like HD stereo. That's it.
So the second one, who do you look up to the most and what qualities do you love about that person? Aaron looks up to his mom, I guess, because I feel like his family, his grandma and dad have passed, rest in peace. But I feel like, I don't know, everyone in his family is so great, such good inspiration. So that's what I'll say is like his family.
I find inspiration in a lot of people, including family. I'm very inspired by Josh and his family. I'm very inspired by coworkers. I just see people like, and I'm inspired by people who have like created a little world for themselves and they're happy in their little bubble and they've reached a sense of success in their minds and they're totally content, and that's what inspires me the most, because I want to do that one day. I would say Josh's biggest inspiration is Beyonce, because they're like on the same radio wavelength.
How?
Beyonce did this, so I'm gonna go do it too. Beyonce bought a Beverly Hills mansion, I'm gonna go do it too.
So what I am inspired by Beyonce. Beyonce does inspire me because she's a woman of color, and she's a very influential and rich woman of color, and she did it without being nasty, without being rude, without being like gross. She's always been like a good girl. Even whenever Partition came out, she was still my good Judy. So that's why I do look up to her. But in real life, I look up to Ari a lot. He's my inspiration. He motivates me to be a better person.
Oh.
He just, I don't know, like seeing Aaron like get his bachelor's degree at such a young age, and then he went back for his master's degree, and I was just like, oh my god. So like he's done all this stuff before 30, before 25. And I'm just like, wow, and now he's a full-fledged accountress with her accountress powers, shooting lightning from her calculator, I don't know. Aaron inspires me to do a lot. He inspired me to get into nursing school. He didn't give up on me when I gave up on myself. He constantly pushed me and listened to me complain, so you're my biggest inspiration.
Aww.
My back.
Mine too. What would be your perfect day? Plan it out from breakfast to bedtime. Ooh, child. I'm gonna say Josh's perfect day would probably be waking up late, vlogging, taking Charlie out on a walk, pizza time, ice cream time, movie time, and then sleep.
I would say, do you want me to guess yours?
Tell us yours first.
So mine would be to wake up, have some kind of food here so I don't have to go get it. So like breakfast burritos or something just here. And then like have an activity. Oh, I was supposed to go into a joke, but I got all serious. April 14th because it's the perfect time. Have a mid-morning activity. Go to like the zoo or like a museum and go look at stuff and vlog and take pictures, and then have a really cool lunch somewhere and be like, oh, this is so good, nom nom nom. And then like go have an activity for an afternoon, like maybe like run around and do some other shopping, and then dinner, and then like a show or something, and then like drinks and going out with friends. I think that would be so fun, but that never ever happened.
No, it's my favorite day, or my perfect day. I know this is gonna be hilarious.
Here, Aaron, we've brought in a diaper for you so you don't even have to leave the bed.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Convenient. What am I eating?
Popcorn, I don't know.
So, you were totally incorrect about my perfect day.
But I'm not.
My perfect day would be getting enough sleep at night, waking up early when, you know that time in the morning where it's just like crisp and everything's this clean feeling and it's kind of chilly, but it's still like you can go out with no, like it's just so wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
And I would go on a walk, not in the mountains, but like by the river, and then I'd want breakfast foods all day, and then, okay, I lied, I want to play with my iPad a little bit. That was my day.
I'm telling you, just lazing about is his day. So the next one, what is your biggest fear?
Oh!
This one I tackled a little bit because the list of fears that Aaron doesn't have, I could read on my hand. His biggest fear, I'll say, is airplane, spiders, the ocean,
Beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
dying in all ways, shape, and form, not having any money,
Oh!
going to the store and having your card declined.
Oh, Lord, clock me.
What are my fears?
I would say, this is kind of cheating because you mentioned it earlier, one of your biggest fears is not knowing the answer to something. Probably your car breaking down somewhere, getting a flat tire. Oh, and being in a new place where you don't know how to know where anything is.
I don't like that. I like it, but I don't like that. So it's kind of complicated. Like, I want to explore, I want to go places, I want to go where the people, but at the same time, I'm always really nervous that I'm going to be lost. No one's going to want to help me. Sometimes if I get scared, I get really mean. So I'm scared that something would happen to me, I'd be lost, and I'd be mean and trying to get help from people. Or like, you know, the people at the gas station, I need $5. Bitch, you have a really nice purse. Why do you ask me for $5? Fear of not knowing.
So, number 5 is, how do you like to be comforted when you're sad or upset? Well, I don't know how Josh likes to be comforted, but what I do is
Oh, you're supposed to guess.
That's what I'm doing. I squeeze Josh like this and hope that he feels better.
So I put, don't touch me.
Oh!
But please touch me because I need help. Because I don't always deal with everything in the best way. But that's exactly what I put. Aaron, I don't know. He likes things, so I guess buy him things.
That's the opposite of what I put. I like for people to be understanding to my issues. I don't like for people to say, get over it, cheer up, get over your fear, just face your fear. Like, I like people to be like, I understand you're upset and I understand that what you're going through is tough. And that's it. I understand your issue, not just get better. It's easy to get better.
So here's the thing though with you. It's like you make the fear, you give it some pedestal.
Well, here's the thing about my fears. All my fears are linked to the same umbrella. I do not like situations where I'm not in control. That's why I don't like airplanes, I don't like elevators, I don't like the ocean.
Beans, greens, tomatoes,
I don't like ships, I don't like helicopters. Anything where someone else is in control of my life. I don't like trains. I don't like stagecoaches. Nothing where someone else is in control of my life, because you're hurtling a giant piece of metal up in the air at 500 miles per hour. I think I'm okay with being afraid of that. If my hair flips like, what's her name from Pokemon?
Oh, Jessie.
Jessie. Her hair flips, but her head. No, her head flips, but her hair stays the same.
What's your favorite memory?
Oh, what is it?
Your favorite memory? I'd say when you would come home from high school and your grandma would burn you some cookies in the oven, because she would burn them for them because I don't like burnt cookies.
Pretty close. I'd say my favorite memories when I was graduating, and I was like, where's all my family and everything? So I came outside and my grandma was standing there waiting, and it was like a picturesque moment because I ran up to her. I'm like, oh, you can go, I'll take you inside. She's like, oh, you look so good. And I just remember running up, and it was just like such a picturesque moment.
That's cute.
Josh's favorite memory, probably when he graduated, because He was so happy when he walked across the stage. And he had such a funny slide and everyone was laughing. And I was just so happy, and then Josh looked so happy.
I'm gonna cry now. That was a really happy moment for me because school was taking so long, and it was just like this thing. Everyone kept, no. You can't work full time. You can't do this job. I just had so many hurdles that I had to go through. My teachers, every flipping semester, I had one that hated me and said, you're not gonna pass. So it was like, finally. And then one of them went up to hug me when I was leaving, and I was like, you know what, you can fucking sit down. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. When Aaron's dad introduced me as his other son one time, that was amazing to me, because it's like a machismo thing, gays, whatever. But Aaron's dad was like the most unique and caring person, and like, I remember he was like, this is my son Aaron, and you know what, this is my other son Josh. And I was like, and then I put a second one too, was my first Valentine, because I when we started dating, I was like, I don't need you around, I like having you around, so we'll get that straight. So then our first Valentine's, I wasn't expecting anything, and then I came home and I had my first like dozen roses on Valentine's, and my first Valentine that actually meant something to me. We had started dating in December, and then Valentine's was February. I didn't think anything big, and I came home and like there was a big old dozen roses and like candles or something. I remembered it was like this big thing of roses, and it was like fire or something on the side of them, or it's just in my mind, it's burned in there, and ever since then I'm like, aww. Okay, that was a good one. Did that squeeze your heart? What's your favorite thing you own and why? I'll say your iPad.
Oh, shut up!
Because you're always hanging out with it.
Oh, I'm gonna say something different, just to be contrarian. My favorite thing I own is my black skinny jeans, because they go with everything. They suck in some of my fat. Sometimes it takes more than that. But
Lycra and fishing wire.
well, yeah.
Crisco.
But they just are my favorite thing. The iPad is probably a close second, though. I would say Josh's favorite thing is his camera that we're filming on right now, because that thing is, he'll have the tiniest little bag. He'll have one of those bags that you put on your thigh, and out will come his camera. Hey everyone, are you ready to vlog?
But if you go back and look at my videos and stuff, I have videos of people who have passed away, and I can go look at them and I can say, this was my grandma, this was my dad. So say what you want. I have memories of everything that you don't always remember. I would say my favorite thing I own, I love my camera, but my car. And it doesn't matter, like my Benzonce car, just a car in general, because it means freedom. If I feel like it right now and I got a wild hair up my butt and decided I want to drive to Colorado, I can do that. I can drive anywhere I want to drive. Like, I can run away. And I think I got that from Mermaids, that old Cher movie. She just would like, this is where we're going, and then everyone in the car and go. And I think there's a line in that movie somewhere. But yeah, it's my car, it gives me freedom.
Next question is, who was the last person who made you cry and why?
Just now. I'll say for Aaron, I think the last person that made him cry was his mom, because they always fight about silly dumb shit. But that's like family. That's everyone does that. But it's like they get so intense on these, like, oh, did you see the sunrise today? Yeah. Why didn't you tell me about the sun rising today? And it's like, I'm not talking to him, I'm not talking to her because they didn't tell me the sun rose today. And I'm like, what the fuck are you two talking about?
I will agree with that. I was gonna say my boss at work last week.
I was going to too,
but I won't go there. I'll go with mother, because that one's more dramatic.
Who's the last
I would
person
say
that
the
made
last
cry?
person that made Josh cry. No, it was someone he watched on TV, and he started crying.
I get emotional.
Who was it? I don't remember who it was, but it was someone on Bravo, and Josh was watching the show, and he just started crying. No, it was that commercial. The commercial with the commercial with the person going to college.
Oh my god, the University of Phoenix. Oh my god, that just like punches you in the feels and then punches you again and pulls out a hammer and punches you in the grief bone. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just thinking about it because it's like this grandma and she's like, you are my great grandchild, and it shows her in a memory from like her childhood when like they were getting bombed in Germany. Oh my god, it's gonna happen again. They're getting bombed in Germany and she's, oh my god. She's like looking at the baby and she's like hiding in this thing and like there's nurses and stuff and she's like, I ran away from like the oppression and stuff in my country and I came here for a better life, and she's like ironing something and there's steam everywhere and she's like having a hard time, but she's like this with her fucking studying and writing, and like she gets into a job, she's working late, it's the 70s, she has like all the 70s clothes on, and it's like she's older, and then finally she gets her own office with her own computer, and she's like, oh my god, I did this, I did all of this so that you wouldn't have to.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Josh.
Oh my god. But I feel like that's what you're supposed to do for your kid, and it didn't get done for me. But I don't know, moving on.
Oh, Josh, it's okay.
Oh no, I'm all pink.
So the next question is, where do you hope to be in 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Aaron is California.
Oh, I'll just say mine right away. California, facelift, nose job, Range Rover, beach house.
I put California, established nurse, BSN.
Oh, well.
I don't need a lot.
I want more. I always want more.
But for Aaron, I put Cali. And then I think the last one was if you had enough money to do whatever you want, what would you do?
What do you think I would do?
Oh my god. An iPad for every room and have it just going 24/7. Snacks and refrigerators in every room. I don't know, like one of everything in Mercedes, one of everything for Land Rover. Just a bunch of shit. Bunch of stuff everywhere. What would you say for me?
I would say you probably travel a lot. You probably have like a second house in Japan or South Korea that you visit every month. And you would just go everywhere you wanted to. And you vlog a lot and you do like travel vlogs.
That's my dream job. That's my dream job, is to travel vlog. So mine, I put happiness. I would buy happiness because everyone says money can't buy you happiness, but it can't buy you class either. So like there's something it can buy you. So I put buy everyone at home and make sure they all can live with us. I'd like my family just to be all of us, like in a big compound. A chimp for Aaron.
Oh, cheers. Chimp.
I think Aaron was like a chimp. So now that I'm all red and I look terrible, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Sorry I lost my basket. You guys saw emotion come out of me.
Wow, crying for views.
That commercial, I'll link it in the description. That commercial. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And always have a fantastic rest of your week.
So, I just got really good news. I just got my last score for the CPA exam and I passed.
Yes!
I'm finally done with the CPA exam after like a 3-year-long saga. And all I can say is if you're taking this exam, that just be prepared. Write yourself a letter. Write a letter. It's basically apologizing to all the people around you, family members and everything, for how you're going to act, because this test is going to transform you into a different person. It's like a level of difficulty I've never experienced in my entire life. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. But it's so rewarding when you're done, because you're like, I really did that. I did that! And you're like, oh my gosh. And especially for me,
oh my gosh,
who I am notoriously bad at tests, like I can understand everything to a T, like, you do this, and get to a test and be like, am I in the right test or am I in the wrong room? And for me to pass the exam is so huge. Like, I am just in shock and awe right now because I was so prepared just to fail, and then just string me along for months and months in my last section.
Yeah, because the last time it was like, what, a couple weeks before you got your, and this one he took in April. So we've been waiting on since April, and then he's like, I'm not gonna do it again. I failed one part. If it's just not giving it, it's not for me. So now Aaron Opdaka is a CPA, which is
Certified Public Accountant.
Countress.
I don't do your taxes though. Don't ask me.